Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Contest of Speed. We are here for Endurance 2, and it is the start, the long-anticipated start of the season. I'm on my own tonight. Normally I'd be in ED1 with Limmy, but Limmy has took ED1 with somebody else tonight due to a lack of commentators. I've took ED2 on my own, and we are here in a very rainy, as you can see, very rainy Spa for the opening night of the season. You may see a lot of familiar faces on your screen. You may see some new faces on your screen, but nevertheless I'm sure it's going to be a very exciting season, a very exciting night here in Belgium. It's the full qualifying tonight, and of course it's a 100% race this time tomorrow in Belgium. Good evening to the people who are just joining the stream now, and good luck to the drivers on track. Of course it's full qualifying. Only 16 have made it tonight. There's been a few issues with the PSN servers, unfortunately, that have sort of cost us. Meaning that only 16 are in. Only one's going to go out in Q1, obviously depending on any incidents, etc. And yeah, let's see what happens now. Q1 and Q2 have got a little bit of rain, I believe, or at least Q1 has for sure, and hopefully Q3 might be a dry, but we will see. On board with CH Max, the Mercedes driver, is going to be the first person to tackle Spa in the intermediate conditions up towards Eau Rouge, and it will not be a flat Eau Rouge, I can tell you that for free. You'll not be seeing the drivers taking Eau Rouge flat in these conditions. It's going to be a very, very tricky qualifying. I'm expecting quite a slow qualifying, of course, on the longest circuit on Formula 1, and there's a good opportunity tonight for some points, and there you see Max is invalidated already, going up Eau Rouge. On board with Harry Pope, will he invalidate? No, but it looked very, very similar to what Max did, but he's not invalidated Harry Pope. We'll keep him board with Harry Pope. He's going to be the first driver to set a lap, and there is some points up for grabs tonight. The man who finishes on pole for tomorrow's race will get 2 points, and the man who finishes on the front row alongside him and gets P2 will get a point. So the top two tonight will start the season off with a few points ahead of tomorrow's 100% races. Harry Pope goes off the track and gets damage, and there's the rainy conditions already causing issues. Harry Pope comes off, should lose his right end plate. Has lost his right. There's another damage there. Is that a Red Bull of Greg? No, not Greg, it'll be Hobbsy, of course. I think so, slowing down. Harry Pope's still struggling. Who's going to be the first? Cam's going to be the first one round now, I believe. No one to set a lap time. Actually, only one going out, but in these conditions, it could be anybody who goes out, of course. And as we take you around the longest circuit in F1, a 20-turn circuit, the longest circuit on the calendar. And let's go through quickly, go through the drivers that we're going to be doing Endurance 2 this season. It's a 11 race season starting tonight in Belgium and ending on the weekend of the 30th of April and the 1st of May, of course, in Abu Dhabi. Full qualifying on a Friday, 100% races on a Saturday. ED1 covered by Limmy tonight, ED2 covered by me tonight, and then it'll be tomorrow for the full races. So let's have a quick look at this season's drivers. In the Mercedes, you've got CH5 Max and Franco Pompi. Franco Pompi couldn't get in tonight, unfortunately, due to PS servers, so he's on his own tonight, Max. Pompi, we're one of the few that starts at the back tomorrow. Regardless, Greg's Game Centre and Hobbsy will be in the Red Bull. Racing Pot will be covered by J Wills and Alfie. My pick for Constructors Champions, I think. J Wills and Alfie, but we will see. Spudhead and Manello couldn't make it tonight either, Manello, but Spudhead and Manello in the McLaren. You've got Brewer and Whitey in the Renault. AFL and Cam in the Ferrari, Stephen and Pope in the Alfa Tauri, Clausen, who couldn't make it tonight, and Jacko in the Alfa Romeo. Haas is covered by Lewis Wyatt and Ryan Mills, and for now Williams is covered by Newble on his own. There is a spare seat in Williams, a spare seat for the season, so if anybody wants to get involved, anyone knows anybody wants to get involved, get them to get in touch with me, or Limmy, or for anybody who's linked to the league for that matter, and we can try and get them involved. There is a spare seat up for grabs at the moment. 12 minutes qualifying to go. Ryan Mills, a 1:56 dead, the fastest of the 4 laps so far. On board with Hobbsy, though, who's got a 1:27.4, I believe that was, in Sector 2. Whitey goes quickest now, 1:56. Well, it's not quickest, that's second quickest. I'm not sure why it's the quickest, because it's not. Can Hobbsy go provisional pole in Q1? Most drivers will be confident in getting out of Q1, because of course only one's getting eliminated. You've got a feel for that one driver that gets eliminated, haven't you? Quite harsh. Harry Pope's been disqualified, and there you go, there's your elimination, because Harry Pope's gone. A disqualification means Harry Pope's out of the session, and to be fair, the rest of the drivers now could just get some practice in, because they're going to go through. Not the qualifying that Harry Pope would have wanted. Hobbsy, Ryan Mills is the quickest, the 1:56 dead. Oh, sorry, Spudhead now, 1:54.3. Goes quickest in the McLaren. Let's get on board with Max, but Harry Pope has disqualified, and his qualifying is over. I think he spent more time in the lobby than he did in the race, bless him. which is not ideal. Just making sure the stream's okay. And Q1 is practically over. I know that most drivers have set a lap. They may as well get out and get some practice. The inters probably aren't going to be needed again. I doubt they'll be needed again. So there's 10 minutes to go. But Harry Pope is going to be the man who's going to be out of quali. Spud had a quickest moment at 154.3, followed by Max at 154.4. Ryan Mills quite far behind, then a 156. I'm not getting the intervals on for some reason, which is annoying. Can I get the intervals on? They're going to work. No, it's not working at the moment. Let's see what Jack will get. On a lap, I believe. He's too yet to set a lap time. It's all saying that White's got the fastest lap when he hasn't. He's actually down in 4th. Can our Jacko break into... He goes 7th fastest, a 157.2 for our Jacko. On board now with Lewis White. Is he going to... By some margin, not surprised because it was a 2-minute 4 from Lewis White. I'd expect him to improve a little bit. It is quite a big improvement, and it puts Lewis White up into P6 at 156.9. Good to see that the drivers are still getting laps in, regardless of Pope's disqualification. Most drivers have at least set one form of lap in the last 9.5 minutes of qualifying. Someone can let me know very quickly that the stream is looking and sounding okay. That'd be much appreciated. But it's going to be interesting this season. A full qualifying, of course, and then 100% race. I think 100% race is going to be incredible. Not many drivers have done... I mean, I've never done 100% race in F1 before. I know that a lot of these lads haven't. It'll make it interesting. It's not going to be about being the quickest. It's going to be about being the... well, being the most consistent and keeping in the game. You know, it's long, long nights, and if you can keep in the, keep on the track, stay in the race, it might be the difference between getting some points and not getting some points. It's a long race, especially the likes of Belgium, like Singapore. There'll be long nights, especially if you include the fact of the chance, should I say, of safety cars and of safety cars and of whatnot. You know, safety cars and rain, of course, and VSCs are going to be even longer nights. It's going to be about being consistent and not necessarily being the quickest. Not getting penalties, things like that. On board Brewer, one of the few drivers that Harry Pope disqualified. You don't really need to be setting any more laps. They're going to be through regardless, but it's good to see nevertheless. Which is when it starts to really matter. Where will Brewer go? Yet to set a lap, the Renault driver, and he will go all the way up to third, a 155.3, a good lap for him, bro. 4th actually, because I think the man behind him, Steven, has just topped it at 154.8, so some good lap times getting set on the intermediates. On board Alfie, who's just invalidated Lewis and Greg on the outlap, so at least everyone has done at least one lap, which is fantastic. And at the moment it's Spudhead with a pretty comfortable and pretty impressive 154.1. The McLaren driver looks good at the top, Max behind him and Steven completing the top 3 in Q1. To be fair, if people want to retire now, they can do, unless they want to get some times in, but they are through regardless. I'm going to get a quick drink and we're back with some more commentary and some more overview, if you like, of qualifying. Right, we are back and Spudhead has had enough. He's retired in the pits, I believe, unless I missed it and he's not on track, but I think it was in the pits. There's no reason why he shouldn't be retiring because he's pretty comfortable. As is all the drivers in Q1. Let's have a look on Greg. Yet to set a time, Greg, but can he at least get a bit of practice before going into Q2? Where it gets a bit more interested in Q2 because only 10 of the 15 drivers will progress into the third and final section of tonight's qualifying. Of course it matters, like you say. You've got you've got points up for grabs. And again, P1 tonight, the man who starts on pole will receive 2 points, so a great start to the season, and the man who comes second on the front row will receive a point. So the top 2 tonight will start the season with some points before the race even started tomorrow, as Greg invalidates his laps. So it's a good opportunity for the top 2 to get some points, to kick off the season well, before the race even started tomorrow. And it's going to be a mad one tonight, tomorrow night, 9:30 onwards for ED1 and ED2, as we do 100% of Spa. It's going to be an absolute madness. Who's the alpha there? Let's look at the alpha of Jack. He's going to stay out, so we'll do it. We'll take you on a lap of Belgium with Jack. Might not be the quickest lap of Belgium in real as possible, but we'll take you on a lap of Belgium nevertheless. As Jacko at the moment is P10 with a 1:57.2 into La Source, round La Source, and up towards the famous and the deadly Eau Rouge, where it can go so. I think if you nail Eau Rouge, it feels great, but you can definitely mess up on Eau Rouge. And I think we might see that tomorrow, but you can see the track's getting dry. There's a line on the track, right? It's getting nice and dry. You can see on that part of the track, you could set some decent time through Eau Rouge and down the famous Camel Straight for the Alfa Romeo of Jacko in towards Le Com, turn 7, turn 8, and turn 9. Head towards sector 2. Sorry, not sector 3, sector 2. Bear with me a second. I thought someone lagged out. It said on my screen someone lagged out then, but they haven't. Yeah, into sector 2 for Jacko now, as he heads towards the Poo Horn, the very famous Poo Horn, where, again, it's another one, if you can nail it, it's great, but there's a possibility if you touch that curb, you could be in a little bit of trouble. Around the sharp left-hand turn there, and can Jacko avoid the curb? Yes, he can. Can he improve on the 1:57.2 that he set previously? Down towards turn 13 into Campers, turn 14 and turn 15. It's a ridiculously long circuit, and when you play into the fact that it's rain, you're looking at nearly 2 minutes a lap. It's pretty crazy. As we head into the last 4 minutes qualifying, it's great to see that pretty much everyone's set a lap time. Which even though Popey's retired, it's nice to see. And Jacko looking to improve on that P10, a 1:57.2 so far for the Alfa Romeo driver. It was a little bit wide there, off the accelerator a bit, but you can't blame me in these conditions. Not full wets, but definitely intermediates needed. And can Jacko at least improve on the 2 that he's set? Looks like he's going to improve by a couple of seconds, I think. Here. Oh no, so 5 tenths up to 8th. If you are listening, guys, and you want to retire in the pits, please do so, because the quality's practically over. I know that Spudhead's done it as well. So if you do want to retire in the pits, and if you want to get practicing, that's absolutely fine, but if you do want to retire in the pits, then not a problem in the slightest. The pits. Got someone who come off on the edge. Is it Jacko? Maybe not. Just letting the drivers know that they can retire in the pits when ready, and we can crack on with Q2, where it should get a little bit more interesting. A pretty quiet Q1, of course, and when you've only got 16 drivers, it was always going to be like that. Unfortunately, it's Harry Pope that will miss out on Q2 from a disqualification, but the rest of the drivers will be battling out in Q2 for a place in the top 10 and a chance to get into that final qualifying where it really makes a difference. And of course, the interesting fact about Q2 is, of course, if you're in that top 10 and you go through to Q3, then you start on the tyres that you've set your fastest lap on, which could be interesting, especially in a 100% race tomorrow. I'm not sure on the weather for Q2 though, so we'll have to see. Could Inters play a part? Who will? We'll find out, won't we? We will find out. And of course, commentary is a bit difficult on your end. I'd much rather be sat here with another person. But it is what it is for qualifying, and I'm sure we can get through it. A couple of retired Max and Spudhead there, done obviously staying out. Most people are in the pits. They may as well. Hobbs actually goes up to 4 for 1:54.7. I'm going to break, lads, for the last minute of qualifying, because it's practically over, and I'll see you in a couple for Q2. And boys, while you're here, 10 people watching, drop a like on the video. Show some love. Why not? I would normally be commentating on the Contest of Speed YouTube channel, but it's been an issue where I've not been able to sign in on that tonight, so it's just a case of streaming on mine. And hopefully from next week it'll be on the COS YouTube. I should get a lot more viewers, hopefully. I should be with Limmy as well for most of the racing. There should be separate commentators for Endurance 2, but me and Limmy are always around to help out and do whatever really when we're called upon, and hopefully this season it's going to be interesting. 100% races, no doubt about it, but I'm really excited to do it, and we'll see what happens. 13 people in the stream, love to see that, as qualifying is over. Unfortunately it is Harry Pope in the Alpha Tauri that will miss out on Q2 due to a disqualification, which is a shame, but it is what it is. Someone will have to go, won't they? Harry Pope's someone for the team, and he will start 16th tomorrow. But Harry Pope shouldn't start last tomorrow, because there are a few that haven't made it tonight that will start below him, so I suppose that's a positive you can take. Harry Pope does get a free choice of tyres going into tomorrow's race. Let's get on with Q2, come on, let's get on with it. And there is your pretty dull Q1. Max starts pretty dull pole, of course, doesn't really make a difference, but he does start quite quickly, to be fair, 3/10 quicker than anybody else. Stephen with a good time, Spud had in the 154s as well, as was Hobbsy, and it is going to be Harry Pope that misses out on Q2, but the rest of the boys will be in, and will be fighting for a place in that top 10. See what tyres they can set the times on, and we'll also see who can make it into the top 10 and who will crash out going into the third and final qualifying session. Right, here we go. Q2 time. Let's do this. Let's have a look. Is it an intermediate start? It is an intermediate start at least. I don't know about later on, but it's definitely intermediate for the time being. That's going to be interesting in Q2. This is where it matters now. This is where it matters. This is where it matters because 5 of these drivers are going out only the top 10 make it into Q3, and of course, this is where it matters. This is where it gets exciting now. Q1 was a little bit dull. Only 10 of these 15 drivers are going to make it through. The slowest 5 are gone. As Ryan Mills isn't messing about, he's the first out, the Haas driver, looking to set a bit of early pace, get a good time set, as he goes very, very slow. Up Eau Rouge. And who's behind him? He got the Mercedes of Max, he's out early as well. Also, Whitey and Spudhead out of the pits pretty early on. It's still saying that Whitey's got the fastest lap, that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Can somebody who's racing tell me the weather? Is the weather that is for the full... We'll see. I don't know if it is or not, but for now, we're continuing on the intermediate tyres. And on board Ryan Mills is going to set the first lap of Q2. Only 30 minutes, it's not as long, of course, and it's... Especially on the inters where you're setting nearly 2 minutes a lap. You've not got long here to set a good lap, and if you mess up, it could become costly. Every position counts going into tomorrow's 100% race, of course, and I need to point something out. I mentioned about fresh tyres, it ain't going to matter, because everyone tomorrow's going to start on fresh tyres anyway. Of course, in normal circumstances, they start on the tyres that they set the fastest lap on, but of course, with that not being racing the same night, they'll get fresh tyres tomorrow, but you have to start on the tyres that you set your fastest lap on still. They will be fresh. You're still going to start on the tyres that you set on, you take your fastest lap on, if that makes any sense at all. Of course, not intermediate tyres, because I don't think it's going to rain in Belgium. I'm pretty sure the weather's dry for Belgium tomorrow, so not the case. Don't put intermediates on what I'm trying to say for the race tomorrow. Whether it's going to dry out or not, I'm not too sure, but we will find out. As Ryan Mills, on board Ryan Mills, is going to be setting the first, all being well anyway, going to be getting us underway in Q2 and setting the first lap of this session. Let's see how he gets on. Round turn one, it's a slow and steady one, isn't it? You're looking at nearly 2 minutes a lap here. It's not going to be the quickest. Most drivers out now. Brewer and Cam and Greg, sorry, the only 3 drivers out of the 15 that are in the pitch. Ryan Mills up Eau Rouge. It's a slow one, but it is a good one. It's steady from Ryan Mills, and that's the main thing. No issues there. And can the Haas driver book his place in Q3? We will see as he comes down the Camel Straight and be the first driver to set a lap to its purple sector. No way! Oh, there's a retirement, it's Whitey! Oh, and it's on Eau Rouge, and the Renault driver... Whitey gets our first retirement of Q2, he's the second driver out, up Eau Rouge, and the Renault has gone. It's a nightmare for Whitey, and his qualifying evening, his qualifying session is over. On board with Ryan Mills, who, to be fair to him, is still going. He got purple sector 1. How did he get a purple sector 1? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Definitely not because he was the first driver going through, but we'll ignore that. But Whitey's session, the Renault driver, is over. He'll be disappointed. Whitey's another incident in the straight? No. I don't believe so, but what pace, what lap can Ryan Mills set? There's another incident, I think. Is it Stephen? Oh, he's letting people go past, isn't he? So Ryan Mills' first one, and what pace can Millsy set? He could have been the marker, isn't he? The first lap. What will it be from Ryan Mills? Will it be a lap good enough to keep him in that top 10? We will find out, because White didn't even get a set a lap. Bit of a shame for him. But his qualifying session is done and is dusted, and he's gone, Whitey. Disappointing. They're not driving. Ryan Mills, the first man across the line, round turn 20. And it'll be a 1:55.3 for Ryan Mills. There's a Williams behind him. Was it Lewis? Yeah, he's not setting a lap. There's a lap from Max, though. And that lap, look at that, is practically a second quicker than Ryan Mills. I know Max is ridiculously quick on Mills. It's pretty slow. There's a Racing Part of Brew on an out lap. No, it's not Brew. Sorry, Brew used to be in a Racing Part. That's why I'm getting confused. He's now in a Renault these days. It's Alfie. No, it's not. It's Jay Wills. Where will Jay Wills go? He will go 4th fastest, the slowest of the runners so far. Spudhead with a 1:53.9. That is rapid for the McLaren East pole at the moment. Ryan Mills and Jay Wills are slowest. Jay Wills will be disappointed with that, actually. A 1:56.3 is poor. And he's way off the pace at the moment. He's Jay Wills. Who's next? Stephen. It's Hobbsy as well. There's a bit of a collision. Is that an incident with Lewis Wyatt? No, it is not. Who's next across the line? It's going to be Stephen. Hobbsy goes 3rd fastest for 1:54.5. Now it's going to be Stephen, the 6th car, to set his lap. Where will he go? It's going to be a slow one. I can already see because he must have messed it up earlier on. Oh, it's his out. Was that his out? No, it wasn't. It was a 2-minute 15. He's going to set one now, isn't he? It's going to be the Ferrari of AFL. He was invalidated. He's not going to settle up yet either. It's going to be the racing point for Alfie. It may well be. Where can Alfie go? Only 6 drivers have set lap time. Practically 5 drivers have set lap time. With Spud going to be the quickest at the moment. And where will Alfie fastest? That drops the likes of Ryan Mills and Jay Wills down. Alfie 4th fastest with a 1:55 dead. There was a lap set as well then. Is someone else to set up? Am I being fit? No, Lewis Wyatt's on into his fast lap, isn't it? That's what it is. Yeah, Lewis Wyatt on. It's on his out lap. Lewis is going to be next. He's yet to set a lap time, but he set good pace in Q1, did Lewis? Where can he go, the Williams driver? He's a little bit laggy, and not the greatest exit, and he span! And Lewis's lap is done, and he's dusted, and he's damaged as well. You have to do a full lap now, Lewis, and then pit again. So not ideal for the Williams driver in the slightest. That is a shame. A massive shame. Max goes second, 1:54.3 for him. Pretty quick indeed, but not good for Lewis. Got to do a full lap. Lewis Wyatt on his out lap cam. And Brewer yet to set lap time, but you feel like, if I'm being honest, I think he's going to be in a bit of trouble now, is Lewis. What is he doing? You good, bro? Yeah, I think his qualifying's practically over. No wing. And he's got to pit again to come back out, so he's going to be in a bit of trouble, is Lewis. You can have time to get in the pits and go back out. Get in the pits and go back out, Lewis. You're going to have time. Make sure you get out of people's way. Greg's not done a lap just yet. Hobbsy looking to improve. Does improve. 5 tenths quicker, but he still remains in P3. And it's spun over 1:53.9. It was the quickest at the moment. Is that Stephen? It is Stephen. He's invalidated again. Not the qualifying either. Up to fossil value. AFL come invalidated first time around. Not invalidated this time around. Where can he finish here, AFL? Where can he put himself heading into the last 7 minutes of Q2? AFL needs a good time here. Where's he going to go? It's only a P8 for AFL. He won't be happy with that. He'll want to improve. Who's next? It's an Alpha. Is it Jacko? It is Jacko. He's only 7th. Can he improve? He's 6 tenths up. Jacko is looking promising for the Alpha driver. Jacko goes from 7th and stays 7th. He got 3 tenths up, but only 1:56.1. Brewer goes 6th fastest with a 1:55.4. Not a bad lap at all. And the Mercedes of... Is it Max? It is Max, who's already pretty quick. 2 tenths up. You're going to try and catch Spudder, but he looks pretty confident and pretty clear for a Q3 qualifying anyway. Where will Max put himself? Let's take a look. Can he improve? Can he go above Spudder and go on provisional pole? Max, a little bit shy out of turn 20. He improves by 3 tenths, but he's, look at that, so close to Spudder, but he remains behind him. Now we've got the Lewis Wyatt, not set a lap time just yet. Where can he go? And he put himself in the top 10. Lewis Wyatt, oh, on the brink. He's in for now, but only 10th fastest for Lewis Wyatt. He needs to improve, doesn't he? Who's next? It's going to be the Williams of Lewis. I don't think, is he on a fast lap? No, he's already messed it up, hasn't he? The Red Bull of Hobbsy? Hobbsy, oh, he's up on his time. Hobbsy's not going to do that, is he? There's an incident, a couple of incidents there. Quite a few incidents, in fact. A few yellow flags, possibly people warming the tyres up. And here's Stephen, who's at the moment, he's in the relegation zone if you like, Stephen. Not set a lap time just yet, but can he get himself in that top 10 and towards that Q3 position? Where will the Alpha Tauri go? Stephen sets his time and goes 3rd fastest, a 1:54.2. That is magnificent for the Alpha Tauri, and at the moment you've got Lewis Wyatt, Lewis, Cam and Greg joining Whitey out of Q2, but that could change and probably will change. Lewis Wyatt not a lap. Oh, Ryan Mills has just set a time, but that's not going to improve him from the P6. But P6, to be fair for Ryan Mills, isn't bad. I'm sure he'll be pretty chuffed with that. Here comes Jacko, who's currently in a bit of a difficult position. Jacko, he's P9, he's going to pit now, and it could be a risky one, is he? In trouble. Here comes Brewer, he's P7, Brewer. Can he improve on his time? He's going to pit as well. Max is out, he's trying to improve on his time, but at the moment, you've got Lewis Wyatt, Lewis, Cam and Greg joining Whitey. Greg's still not done a lap, which I find, he's only just coming out now with 4 minutes to go. That is risky, Greg, but I like it. Let's see how Greg does, but at the moment it is Lewis Wyatt, Lewis, Cam and Greg that are joining Whitey out of Q2, but Wills, Jacko and AFL in a bit of trouble and on the brink, that is for sure. And certainly not safe yet. Great Q2 so far. Max is retired. Is that in the pits? It is in the pits. Max clearly thinking that he's comfortable, and to be fair to him, you can't blame him. He should have booked his place in Q3 with a pretty solid 154 dead. On board with the McLaren as Spud is on an outlap. Then you've got the Ferrari of Cam, who's also on outlap. Cam needs to get a lap time. He's going out at the moment. It looks like most of the drivers are in the pits and they're quite happy with the times. Lewis Wyatt. This is his fast lap. He needs to do that, Lewis Wyatt. He's only 11th, and Lewis Wyatt's come off and retired. And Lewis Wyatt's qualifying is over. He joins Whitey, and Lewis Wyatt will not be booking his place in Q3. His qualifying is over. Wow. And that makes it even more interesting. Can Lewis, can Cam, and can Greg drag themselves out of Q2 with only 3 minutes to go? On board with Cam, and Cam nearly lost it. Cam has lost it, as you know. He saves it. It's a big lap this for Cam and a big lap for Greg. He's about to come onto his lap very shortly. He's taking his time, Greg, isn't he? This is going to be his last chance, you'd think. Come on, Cam. So at the moment, Lewis Wyatt and Whitey out. Lewis, Cam and Greg joining them. That might be an invalidation for Cam. It is an invalidation for Cam. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. Who's in a lap now? Alfie. No, he's in the pits. It's Will, isn't it? Trying to improve on his P8 because he is vulnerable J-Balls at the moment. To be fair though, with Jacko and AFL pitting, he might be okay. Cam's invalidated. Greg onto his lap, and this is a big lap. It's going to be Greg's last chance, you feel, to set a lap time and get himself out that Q2. Come on, Greg. What's he need? He needs to be in that 155, doesn't he, really, to be comfortable. Lewis Wyatt and Whitey gone. Let's see what Greg can do. And Greg's lost it! And Greg, he's not got damage, to be fair. So if he can get around quick, he can set another lap time. He may just have a chance, Greg. I thought he'd gone. Cam's got to get around again. He'll get another lap time if he's quick. Lewis is also going to get another lap time in. A 2:12 there for Lewis. Not good enough at all. This is going to be Q2. AFL in the pits. He's hanging on just, and that's risky. Jay Wills, he's not going to improve. He's 2 seconds up on his time, so that's Jay Wills practically done. Spudhead goes quick. It's 153.3. He's rapid. Off AFL, possibly. Where's Greg? Greg coming round. This is big for Greg. It's going to be his last. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, Greg invalidated, didn't he? He needs to get around again and get another lap in. He's got time, but on board with Cam. Cam's invalidated, and that's going to be Cam done. Oh, he's invalidated his time. He's not going to have time to go on again, so Cam is out. Q2 for Cam. It is over. And Lewis is up on his time, but not up enough at the moment. He needs to improve more. He's going to remain in Q2. Cam is out. He could join Lewis Wyatt and Whitey out in Q2. What about Greg? He's not going to do a lap, does she? He's not on Bobby Lewis. Can Lewis push himself and book his place in Q3? We will see very, very soon. We're into the last 40 seconds of qualifying. What can Lewis do? It's his last chance. Greg's only gone 12. Oh, that's another lap now, isn't it? Apologies, no, it's not. Ryan Mills is retired in the pits. Cal Lewis. I think he's up on it. I don't think he's going to do it. Apologies if the stream is breaking up a little bit. I've been told it is breaking up a little bit. I do apologise. Hopefully it's okay. Come on, Lewis. Ah, he's gone. And looks like Lewis is done and dusted. He's going to stay where he is, and it's going to be qualifying over for Lewis. It's Greg's last chance. Come on, Greg. Apologies if the stream is a little bit blurry. It's one of them things, can't really do much about it. Can Greg? It's the last chance for Greg. Lewis is done, he's out. Cam's done, he's out. It's Greg, he's the only one who can break into the top 10 and can possibly knock AFL off his perch, and I think that's going to do it for Greg. I think that's done it for Greg, I think. I think Greg's going to be out. Which is a shame. Yes, please, it is ED2, mate, yes. And poor Greg, looks like his quality is done and dusted. It's going to be a P13 for Greg. Actually, if he can finish his lap, might be able to jump above Lewis at least. That's a shame. Jable's on a lap. I think he is. Trying to improve on his... he's already through, but can he improve on his P8? We'll keep an eye on that. I think Greg's done and dusted, isn't he? Yeah. Definitely done and dusted. Can Jables improve on his top 8? I'm guessing he can just... Yeah, just. Goes 6th. He's through. And unfortunately we say bye to AFL, Lewis Wyatt. Sorry, don't say bye to AFL, we say bye to Lewis Wyatt, Lewis, Greg, Cam and Whitey. He will not be joining us in the final part of qualifying. Bit of a shame. But it is what it is, I suppose. Lucky boys. That is it, guys. That is your Q2 for the opening race of the season. Done and dusted. And this is where it matters, because an interesting thing is in Q2 everyone set laps on Inters, so as long as it don't rain tomorrow's race, everyone gets a free choice of tyre regardless. And we say bye to Lewis Wyatt, Lewis, Greg, Cam and Whitey. AFL through by the skin of his teeth. Look at that. Close. Spudhead, Max, Stephen, Hobbsy, Alfie, Wills, Mills, Brewer, Jacko and AFL all into the third and final part of qualifying. And who will start the season, on pole for the first time this season with 2 points. Whoever gets second will start, of course, with the 1 point. Let's see which two of these 10 drivers can do that in Q3. And here we go. We're in to the third and final qualifying session of the evening. The last 11 minutes. Who's going to take pole for the first race of the season? At them intermediate soft, at the soft tyres on. It's actually finally actually a soft track. Sorry, a dry track, should I say? Next to them yellow mediums, them red softs in here rather than them green inters. Who's going to be out first? It's going to be Alfie in the racing point on the inters. Huh? Am I being fit? Is the track still a little bit wet? No. Certainly not wet enough anyway. There's a little bit of spray coming off Alfie's car, but it's not enough for intermediates. Yeah, he's struggling already, and it's put head on the Inters as well, or so maybe not. Maybe the Inters are fine, but Jacko's on the mediums and struggling, so maybe the Inters are the right strategy for now. I may be wrong. Ignore me. Quite surprised, but ignore me. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong, should I say? I'm surprised though, because the track doesn't look wet enough for Inters. At all. Have people just not changed the tyres and forgot? Jacko's out on the mediums, the people out on the softs. Yeah, the track's not wet at all. Surely. Yeah, it's the Inters are wrong. Yeah. I thought they were. I was going to say, unless I'm being thick. It's them two are back in the pit. It's not ideal to start the qualifying at all, but it is what it is. Who's going to be first to set a lap round Belgium then? It's going to be Jacko on the mediums. Only driver out on the mediums was interesting. As he heads towards La Source. And it's nice to see some dry tyres, isn't it? Rather than the wets. Track doesn't really look wet at all, does it? It should be okay now, nice and dry. He should be able to set some good laps. Jacko, can he take it flat up over Rouge? You'd like to think so. Ooh, not a bad car. Oh yeah, I'm going to say invalidated. Oh dear. Not the smoothest qualifying so far for our boys. Here comes Brewer on an out lap. And other than that, no one's on a lap yet, so we're waiting a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Me dog decided he wanted to go out, always at the wrong time, so I can only apologise for that. Not ideal in the slightest. Anyway, where are we up to? 6 minutes qualifying to go. No one's set a lap yet. That's unreal. Jables has invalidated Brewer. Sorry, Alpha on his fast lap now. Brewer is on a lap. What about anyone in front of him who's on a lap closer? There's a purple set for Max. Obviously, no one's set a lap time yet. Hobbsy invalidated, so it's going to be, I tell you what, it's going to be a push. Less than 6 minutes to go and no one's actually registered the time yet. Interesting. Max, I think, will be the first one to set a time, unless I'm wrong. I believe he will, so Max will be getting us underway with the first time with less than 6 minutes of qualifying to go. And what will Max set? It's much quicker than the rain, obviously. So Jables retires. It's a 1:36.2 for Max, but a retirement for Jay Wills. His qualifying's done, and he's not set a lap time on Eau Rouge. Oh, Josh. Oh, Joshy boy. Rookie error for Mr. J. Wills, but his qualifying is done and is dusted. And no qualifying at all for Mr. J. Wills. Jacko's got the Mercedes lawnmower out there. He's cutting the lawn in Eau Rouge. But Josh Williams, Mr. J. Wills, not set a lap time, DNFs, quali over, and I would imagine it'll be a P10 start for the racing point in tomorrow's Belgium Grand Prix. Make of that of what you will. There's a Thrive AFL set lap. No, but he's going to be the next. Only 2 drivers with 4 minutes to go have set lap times. It's going to be a right dart at the end, isn't it? And if you get invalidate now, you're in trouble. Here comes AFL. He's going to set a lap time now. Quite a big difference between Mac on the softs and Jacko on the mediums, which you'd expect. Here comes AFL. He's round the final corner. Where will the Ferrari go? He'll go pole for now. 146.1. A tenth quicker than Max in the Mercedes. Who's next? Going to be the racing point, I think, of Alfie. Where will Alfie put himself as the qualifying time's coming? 4 minutes to go. Where will Alfie go? Will he go pole? He will go pole over 145.9. The times are starting to come in. The times are starting to improve next. Is Spud, and he's invalidated his times. Another retirement. It's AFL. Is that on Eau Rouge as well? It is on Eau Rouge. He set a lap time, which is good. But we've got 2 retirements, J Wills and now AFL. Ryan Mills goes pole, 144.8 for Millsy. Love that. And that's Eau Rouge again. He's took 2 victims in Q3. What a qualifying this is. Here comes Max. He's 5th at the moment. He'll want to improve on that, Max. He's not going to improve this occasion because he invalidated his time. He's into the pits, and that could be qualifying done unless he's very, very quick for Max. Jacko still in the middle. Jacko spun and damage to Jacko. That's going to put him in big trouble. On board with Brewer, can he set a lap time? This is a really strange qualifying, but as it stands with 3 minutes to go, Ryan Mills, a 144.8, he's starting pole and getting 2 points. Unless someone can stop him in 3 minutes, that's what's going to happen. And most of our drivers are in the pits, he's 4 in the pits. This is crazy. What can Brewer do? Can he go faster than Ryan Mills? It's looking good from Brewer. Where will the Renault place himself? He'll place himself. Pole goes quicker than Ryan Mills by the skin of his teeth. And it's pole for now for Mr. AJ Brewer. Who's next? Going to be the Renault, sorry, the Mercedes. Oh my god. I've seen these drivers in so many different cars, it confuses you sometimes. Obviously on an outlap, he's not going to do his time just yet. What about the racing part of Alfie? He's on a fast lap and he's 1.2 seconds up, which as it stands will put Alfie on pole himself. Can Alfie go pole with 2.5 minutes to go? The times are coming in, and Alfie's got a chance here to go from 4th all the way up to pole position. The yellow flag again, a bit further back. But where will Alfie go? Will it be pole in Spa for Mr. Alfie BH? Let's see. It will. For now, a 144.6, 2 tenths quicker than Brewer. Brewer down to 2nd, Mills down to 3rd. Here comes Stephen, he's 4th at the moment, wants to improve. Spudhead, a 143.642. Wow, he's a 2nd quicker. Where will Stephen go? Can he go even quicker? No, Stephen will go 2nd, a 144.5, but Spudhead comfortable at the moment, a 143.6. He's 9 tenths quicker than 2nd. That'll take some beating. That is for sure. Mills in the pits, he's done. Max in the pits, he's done. Jacko in the pits. He's coming out for a quick hot. It's going to have to be quick, Jacko. Very, very quick. Yeah, but Max and Mills are done. AFL and Wills are done as well. Spudhead getting closer and closer to starting on pole. However, Stevens already 1 point. That can't be right. No, that's not alright, is it? That's not registered yet. Ignore me. Stevens, Alfie's a 10th up. That could put him potentially 2nd. We will see. Heading into the last minute and 40 of qualifying. I mean, that is quick from Spud. Very, very quick. Mills is retired. He's happy for now with a P5. Spud's going to take some beating here. There's going to be quick laps at the end for Max and for Jacko to try and push. Brewer stays 4th. What about the Red Bull of Hobbsy? Not set a lap time yet, Hobbsy, but he will want to try and get himself right in the mix at the front of the race. You'd back Hobbsy, wouldn't you? I think he got voted as the favourite for the Drivers' Championship. Maybe wrong, but I think he did. Can he start pole in the first race of the season? Hobbsy crosses line. It's a 143.1. He's 5 tenths quicker than Spud, and it's pole position for Hobbsy as it stands with a minute of qualifying to go. Stevens 5 tenths up. We'll try and push here. It's not going to be enough to go up anymore, is it? I don't think. He stepped off as well, Stephen. Alfie crosses line, he's 4 tenths up, he goes 4 fastest. Brewer's 2 tenths up. Jacko and Max have got to be quick here if they want to set lap times. Max ain't going to do it. There's not a chance Max is going to do it, I don't think. Alfie stays where he is, he's probably going to be done now. Stephen 5 tenths up, it's obviously enough to put him in the eye. He's going to pit Stephen, and that's his qualifying done. Hobbsy though, at the moment, on pole for the Belgian Grand Prix. Stephen's done. Alfie even looks like he's done as well. So obviously looking closer and closer to being the man who starts on pole here. What about Brewer? What about Spudhead? Yeah, he's done as well. Spudhead's done. He's not going to beat it. So obviously looking like he's going to start on pole here. We're pretty banging 143.1. Who can beat him? Brewer's 6/10 up. Is he? Brewer could potentially push. I don't think it's going to be enough though. Max and Jacko on last pushes themselves to try and get higher than where they are. Let's see Brewer, who's 6/10 up. That could put him a lot higher than where he is now and potentially into the top 3. Brewer 144.8 at the moment, but he's improved quite a lot. Where will Brewer start this race? Brewer, did he step off? Am I being fit? Did he step off? I don't know what happened there. But he stays 5th, his qualifying's over, Alves is over, so Hobbsy, unless Max or Jacko can beat him, we'll start on pole. Jacko is 8/10 up, but it's going to be nowhere near enough at the moment. Hobbsy looks like he's taking the first 2 points of the season and starting the first Grand Prix of the season on pole. That looks pretty guaranteed for now, doesn't it? Unless Max can do something. Max looks very slow himself. I think Max is done himself, is he? Maybe not. But it looks like Spud have done it, then obviously comes out of nowhere. Jacko spun, and that's qualifying over for our Jacko. It's a P9. Oh dear. And obviously looks like he's guaranteed pole. It's only Max who can set a time. Unless Alfie's on a time, but I don't think he is. No, he's not. It's just Max is 6/10 up, which could put him above Jacko. It won't put him above Jacko, it might even put him a bit higher than that if he can push a little bit further. Let's see what Max can do. Can he get himself higher than P8? It'll be close. Very close. Oh, it's a little bit... Oh, he lost it a bit at the end, but Max is going to go pole with a 142.8 right at the death. He snatches it from under Hobbs' nose. I did not expect that. That is unbelievable, and CH55 Max, right at the death, steals it from Hobbsy, and will start tomorrow's Belgium Grand Prix on pole, and has got 2 points to his name as well. Hobbsy didn't get pole, he gets P2, and it's a point for Hobbsy, who will start second, Spudhead third, and Stephen on the second row, Brewer and Alfie on the third row. They'll want to push themselves, let me tell you. Mills, AFL on the 5th row, and Jacko will join Jay Wills on the 6th row, but they have it right at the end. I like Hobbsy got pole. I sort of switched off a little bit. I thought Hobbsy had done it. He stole it from Spudhead, but look at that. It's a 142.8 for Max. He starts pole. He starts season with 2 points to his name. Hobbsy will get a point for getting second. He'll be on the front row as well tomorrow. Spud, Stephen, Alfie, Brewer, Mills, AFL, Jacko, and Jay Wills, who didn't set a time, complete the top 10. There you have it. Tomorrow's Belgian Grand Prix will begin with a Mercedes and Max on the front row, with Hobbsy next to him, Spud and Stephen behind. It's been an absolutely superb opening night of action here in COS Endurance 2. A great qualifying session, bit of drama, some DNFs as well, and we will see you in less than 24 hours time for the race day. 100% race day in Belgium. Congratulations to the front two. We will see you tomorrow night for our first race of the season, 9:30 start, ED1 and ED2 in Belgium. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Good night.